my friend. I see the weight you're carrying. I see the pain etched into your every step, the exhaustion in your eyes, and the silent battles you face when no one else is looking. Life has brought you to a place where you feel stuck, overwhelmed, and maybe even defeated. I'm here to tell you, with every ounce of conviction I have, that this moment does not define you. You are far stronger than you feel right now. I know it's hard to believe, but you are not alone in this. Every person who has ever achieved greatness, every soul who has found peace after pain, and every warrior who has overcome hardship has stood where you're standing now, on the edge, ready to give up. The difference is they chose to keep going. And so can you. It's natural to feel hopeless in times like these. But you must remember, the darkness you're facing is not permanent. Think of the night sky. No matter how long the night feels, the dawn always comes. The sun rises again, scattering the shadows and filling the world with light. And just like the sun, you have a light within you that will shine again. You might be questioning why life feels so hard, why the road is so rough, or why it seems like the universe is against you. These moments of struggle are not here to destroy you, they're here to teach you. They're here to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Think about this. A diamond is nothing more than a lump of coal until it's put under immense pressure. That same pressure transforms it into something valuable, something brilliant. You, too, are being shaped by your challenges. You are becoming something extraordinary, even if you can't see it yet. I know what you're thinking. But I'm tired. And that's okay. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to cry, to scream, to let it all out. But don't let that be the end of your story. You don't have to tackle everything all at once. Just take one small step forward. Even if it's the smallest step you've ever taken, it's still progress. When you feel like giving up, remember this: every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every time you refuse to quit, you are rewriting your story. Imagine looking back on this moment years from now, proud of yourself for not giving in, for finding strength even when it seemed impossible. You don't have to do this alone. Lean on the people who love you. Reach out to friends, family, mentors, anyone who cares about you. There's no shame in asking for help. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can do. No one was meant to walk through life alone, and you don't have to either. When the world feels overwhelming, focus on the small things, the things that bring you even the tiniest glimmer of joy. A cup of coffee in the morning, the sound of rain on the roof, a kind word from a stranger. These little moments add up. They remind us that even in the darkest times, there is beauty to be found. I want you to know that your pain does not make you weak. Your struggles do not make you unworthy. In fact, they make you human. And being human means you have an incredible capacity to heal, to grow, and to rise again. This is not the end of your story. The chapters ahead are still unwritten, and they hold possibilities beyond what you can imagine. The joy you've dreamed of, the peace you've longed for, the success you've worked so hard for, it's still waiting for you. But you have to keep moving forward to find it. So today, I ask you to choose hope, even if it's just a flicker. I ask you to take one more step, even if your legs feel like they can't carry you. I ask you to believe in yourself, even if it's just a tiny whisper of belief. You are not defined by your setbacks, your failures, or your pain. You are defined by your courage to rise, your determination to keep going, and your ability to see the light when everything seems dark. Remember, my friend, every storm eventually passes. The sun will shine again. And when it does, you will look back on this time not with regret, but with pride in the fact that you didn't give up. Keep going. Keep fighting. You are stronger than you know, and the world is better because you are in it. You've got this. My friend, I see the struggle you're facing. I see the anxiety that grips you when the bills pile up and the ends don't seem to meet. I see the sleepless nights, the overwhelming stress, and the questions running through your mind. How will I get through this? What will tomorrow bring? First, let me say this: you are not alone. Financial struggles are one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face. They test not only your patience but also your strength, your creativity, and your hope. But here's the truth you need to hear: this situation is temporary. It does not define you. Money is a tool, a resource, but it does not measure your worth. The challenges you're facing right now are just a chapter in your story, not the conclusion. And like every story, this chapter will pass. One day, you'll look back on this moment and see it not as a failure, but as a turning point, a moment that strengthened you in ways you never imagined. I know it's hard to see the light when you're in the middle of the storm. But storms, no matter how fierce, always end. Right now, you might feel like you're barely holding on, but even holding on is a victory. Every day that you wake up and face the world, you're proving your resilience. You're showing that you're stronger than the circumstances trying to break you. Financial problems require more than just strength, they require resourcefulness. And the good news is, you're capable of finding solutions. You have talents, skills, and ideas within you that you might not have tapped into yet. Now is the time to dig deep, to think creatively, and to seek out opportunities, even in the smallest places. Remember, some of the greatest success stories in history began in times of hardship. Many of the most successful people started with nothing, or even less than nothing. What made them different? They refused to let their circumstances dictate their future. They took control, even when it felt like everything was out of control. You have that same potential. You may not see it right now, but I promise you, it's there. Take a moment to breathe and refocus. Ask yourself, what can I do today to take one small step forward? Maybe it's cutting unnecessary expenses, reaching out to someone for advice, or looking for a side hustle to bring in extra income. Maybe it's learning a new skill that could open doors you never imagined. This is also a time to lean on your community. You don't have to face this alone. There are people who care about you and want to help, whether they're friends, family, or even strangers. There are organizations and resources out there designed to support people in tough times like these. Don't let pride keep you from asking for help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. It's also important to remember that wealth isn't just about money. Wealth is about relationships, knowledge, health, and experiences. Even in the hardest financial times, you still have the ability to nurture these areas. Call a friend, read a book, take a walk, or spend time reflecting on your goals. These small acts will remind you that life is about more than just financial success. And when you feel overwhelmed, remember this: success is built on persistence, not perfection. You don't have to get everything right. You just have to keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Mistakes are not failures, they're lessons. Each setback is teaching you something valuable, something that will help you in the future. You might not control everything in your life, but you can control your attitude and your actions. And those two things can change everything. Stay focused on your goals, no matter how far away they might seem. Write them down. Visualize them. Break them into smaller, achievable steps. Each time you complete one step, you're one step closer to your breakthrough. Let me leave you with this thought: diamonds are formed under pressure. The most beautiful, valuable things in life often come from the toughest circumstances. Right now, you are in the process of becoming something extraordinary. This hardship is not here to destroy you. It's here to prepare you for something greater. So keep going. Keep fighting. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. Believe in yourself, even when it's hard. Because you have what it takes to overcome this. You are capable. You are resilient. And you will come out of this stronger, wiser, and ready to take on the world. Remember, this is not the end of your story. Your breakthrough is coming. Hold on, and don't give up.